From the beginning, Selini Estate was about giving people a complete wine experience in an amazing winery building where they can explore not only wine, but also everything else foodie to go with it. It's all the vision of Grant Avery, who started Selini after an illustrious career in medical publishing and training high-performance athletes. His son Nigel is now following in his tyre tracks and is more focused on the family wine business nowadays. So, good bike ride this morning?
Oh, it was all right. I'm pretty ordinary, really. So it's just more to just get the heart going.
I'm just loving this weather, and it's just the perfect day to come and survey the land.
Well, it is, and it's a great spot from up here. We don't come up here frequently, but when we do, it is spectacular.
So being a man of the land is a bit of a change for you, isn't it? Because you used to be at the Millennium Institute?
Yes, I was for about 5 years.
What were you doing there?
I was looking after some of the high-performance programs and the commercial role with the gym. So it's a change. It's a big change.
And what on earth led you to coming back and starting work in the family business?
I think, well, Dad asked me, basically, he sort of needed a hand.
Oh, he asked you?
Yeah, he sort of thought he might like to retire at some point. And I know Mum was pretty keen on that as well.
Okay.
But I think he saw this being a longer-term proposition for the family.
What do you get from the land? What flavours do you get in your fruit?
Well, I think it's the ability to ripen properly, because as we know, good wine is made in the vineyard, not in the winery, although the winemakers probably say they have a hand in it, and they do.
Yeah, they do.
But the Bridgepar Triangle wine growing area has been excellent for producing Bordeaux-style fruit.
Okay, so where does that sort of start? It's connected to State Highway 50?
State Highway 50, then runs down along to Nataro Road and then joined through with Morakakaho Road, which we run onto. Okay, so there's a very distinct sort of triangular shape. Yeah, and so we actually absorbed that into our logo, the Selini logo, being that is a representation of the growing area.
So that's what the triangle means?
It is, and then like for the Triangle Merlot, for the same reason. Yes, it's all coming together.
The man who originally advised the Averys to set up in the Bridgepar Triangle is their chief winemaker, Grant Edmonds. So you'd spend quite a bit of time in the lab, wouldn't you, Grant?
This is where it all happens, really, in terms of putting the wines together and finishing them off to a drinkable stage.
So one of the things that the Bridgepar Triangle wine region's known for is its fantastic Bordeaux reds, and we've got a couple of them here, haven't we?
And we have indeed. The Merlot as a variety is really why we're here. It just seems to work incredibly well on these soils. There's a little bit of body in the soil, so it retains a reasonable amount of moisture, and Merlot's a very drought-sensitive plant.
That is really velvety, smooth, warming, rip-sticking.
Rounded, yeah, that's what we're after.
It's just crying out for a casserole.
Exactly.
You're a fully certified sustainable vineyard and winery operation, and I've been in sustainable vineyards, but not many certified sustainable wineries.
Well, it's really just a follow-on from where they started in the vineyards. It's a matter of looking at all of your processes and your long-term effect on the environment, I guess. New Zealand is the first, and to my knowledge, the only country in the world where it is now a requirement for all vineyards to be certified sustainable. Wineries now require that certification also if they're going to enter our domestic wine competitions.
Is that right?
And there's a very good chance that it will be a requirement for export certification in the not too distant future.
Wow, taking it seriously.
Well, I think it's great. As an entire industry, we've managed to get together and get everybody on board with this idea. And a lot of the overseas markets, the feedback on that is hugely positive. They love it.
Hooray for sustainability.
Good health.
Now, the team at Selini are extremely good at making white wines as well. And Grant has brought me out to his home, which is smack bang in the middle of one of Selini's new vineyards. You know, Grant, this is one of my favourite parts of Hawke's Bay. You've got the ocean behind us, there's these rolling farm hills in front of us, and we're in the middle of this fantastic Pinot Gris vineyard. Why did you choose to grow fruit here?
This is a fantastic site, and it's so different from where we grow most of our other grapes. This is clay soils, north-facing slopes, cooling sea breeze, works really well with the cooler climate varieties. We've found a lot of what we think are the better Pinot Gris in the country are coming from some of the warmer regions, such as Hawke's Bay. That's the primary reason.
And of course you needed a vineyard to plonk your house in the middle of.
Yeah, that did have something to do with it.
So like I said, I know you've got Pinot Gris on these vines. Is it blended into any of your other wines, or do you do like a separate little special bottling of the fruit that comes off of here?
Well, one of the reasons we planted here was we thought this site had enormous potential for high-end wines, and 2010, our first crop, we actually managed to make a single vineyard Pinot Gris, which we called Park Hill, which is the name of the estate.
Okay.
And the end result for that has been a trophy on its first outing, so we're very happy with the results.
Of course, it's good being able to have your house in the middle of the vineyard, because you can keep an eye on making sure those vineyard workers are doing their job.
Yeah, that's not the initial reason we did it, but it does help.
Oh, I love the colour. It's kind of this beautiful straw gold. What's that aroma? Is that sort of like it smells like nashi.
Well, I think it's got classic pear, stone fruit characters to it, but it also has 45% barrel fermentation, so there's a
bit of a funky character in there, kind of slightly toasty.
Very much, a little bit of toastiness, sort of the Alsatian style, rich, voluptuous style of Pinot Gris that works really well on these clay soils.
Oh, I like that.
It's got a touch of sweetness with the apple as well, so that'll work really well with the Park Hill Pinot Gris.
Fabulous. And Grant, what are you having?
Duck and Pinot Noir.
Great.
What are the options?
Well, it's a shame that that Graham is not here to join us. Most unfair. If it wasn't for your dad, wouldn't be here right now, would we? Everyone?
Cheers.
Fantastic. Cheers. Here's to Graham. Kim Willoughby burst into the music scene in the 80s, most famously with When the Cat's Away. And since then, she's been busy raising her family and, of course, singing for special occasions like the Villa Maria Day on the Green. I wouldn't mind betting she's got a pretty interesting wine collection. Hello, Yvonne! Hello, old chum! Nice to see you.
Oh, same to you.
I just popped in for a cup of sugar.
Oh, of course, as you do.
Actually, no, I really want lots of laughs.
Okay.
Dirty jokes.
Okay, in the traditional manner.
But I wanted to ask you, do you have a wine cellar?
Wine cellar.
Yeah, do you have one?
My wine cellar is in the boot of the car between the supermarket and the kitchen.
Okay, right, grab your handbag, let's go to the supermarket. Okay. And hurry up.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Let's talk Chardonnay. Actually, you know what? This might come as a surprise, but haven't been drinking as much Chardonnay these days as I used to.
What?
I know. Hang on, I'll just give you a moment.
But you're Kim Chardonnay Willoughby.
I know. So seeing as I'm branching out, I'll put myself in your very capable hands to suggest something.
So why don't we try something that sort of, I don't know, sits in the middle? Maybe Viognier. Viognier is great.
Yeah.
Viognier is great. It's light, it's aromatic, there's lots of citrus in there. I reckon we go one from Gisborne because they're really good at what they do, and there's one just here. It's the Huntaway, $15.99 on special.
All right.
Done.
Yeah. Easy.
Right, let's go. There we go.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Well, that was a worthwhile trip to the supermarket.
I'll say.
That was a good one.
She's done it. Oh, I like it.
Yeah, that's great, Viognier. Have you always been interested in wine, or is it something that you distinctly remember when you first tried something special?
I've always loved wine, but I wasn't a regular wine drinker, and I wasn't an adventurous wine drinker until I went to Italy for the first time. It just completely changed my life, and it's funny because I realised when I got there that there's a lot about the Italian culture that's really close to Māori culture, and as much as they're like, all about family and they like to laugh and they like music and they're very expressive,
very social.
And I think I took to it so easily because it was so much of it was familiar to me through Māori culture.
I did notice though, you do have a couple of bottles up there on the shelf and they look very interesting.
Yeah, actually it'd be really good if you could have a look at them for me and tell me if they're, if they're still drinkable or whether I will just keep them for sentimental value or whatever. Here we go.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Speaking of the 80s.
Let's look at them a bit more closely.
Yeah.
Oh, Matafero, 1980. Far out. And Matafero, of course, Gisborne, and we're drinking a Gisborne Viognier. This is the Estate Red by Dennis Irwin. I actually have no idea what reds would be in there. It'll be a blend of some description, but it's only 11% alcohol, which is really common back then. I actually think that'd be quite drinkable.
Really?
Yeah, and it's been kept quite well. There's not a huge amount of ullage space. It hasn't evaporated too much, so it's been looked after.
Good.
Quite keen to have a look at that one.
Yeah. So how long will I be able to hold on to this one? For good drinking.
I would get into that this year.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Now this one looks fantastic. Collards. Collard Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot 1982 from West Auckland. I would think about opening that within the next couple of years too. But it was a great year.
Yay.
And it looks like it's been looked after and loved. So, but keep the bottle.
Oh, of course.
Definitely keep the bottle. But is there an occasion that you may open these, or are you determined to kind of just hang on to them for?
Life is a special occasion, Yvonne.
Hey.
But I do have a milestone birthday coming up soon. Never ask a lady. Numbers. So
milestones are good.
Yeah.
Milestones are good.
Yeah, and I like to drink especially nice wine on my birthday.
Oh, here's to that. Well, I like to drink especially nice wine every day.
Yay!
Yeah. Most winery cellar doors offer tastings these days, and in many you order a selection of wines to taste at your leisure. But here in the Hawke's Bay, there's a little brewery who've gone for the same approach.
Ginger Spin, that's quite popular. That's Granny Smith apples, and it's got ginger. Special reserve. This is honey and cinnamon infused. In a beer, I thought you'd like that one. And for those who want a little bit different, this is our Off the Wood. Now, Off the Wood is just it's a brewer's speciality. So who would like to try that one? You're the man, I can tell that, yeah.
Quite heavy, it's not smooth or anything like. No, not smooth.
It's not supposed to be.
Not supposed to be?
No, that's why it's experimental.
It's nice, yeah, it's nice. It's a little different to a standard kind of beer.
It is.
There are a range of beers and ciders available here, and as well as their main brews, which are all bottled on site, you can also try some of what this man has dreamed up. And that changes from week to week. Okay, Leon, I'm just going to crack into this. Are you going to tell me what it is?
No, I think you should tell me what you think it is.
Put me on the spot, why don't you? Okay, well, cheers.
Cheers.
It smells hoppy and malty. It's an ale. What kind of ale? I've got no clue.
Yeah, you're dead right. This Off the Wood is derived from the West Coast American amber ales. It's all derived from the pale ale or the Indian pale ale, where they used to cram a load of hops into the cask ales on the journeys over to India, and this preserved the beer for the trip. So the West Coast American Pale Ale or Amber Ale is actually 3, 4, 5 times the amount of hops thrown in. So it's really powerful smack on it.
It really is, and it smells fresh and hoppy, and there's a little bit of citrus in there, but am I just lucky that this is on the off the wood?
You're actually
today.
You're in luck, because off the wood can be anything from week to week. It's I actually call it the brewer's expression session.
What really shivers your timbers about brewing?
To me, it's all about flavour, excitement in the product. Being able to come in every single day and be able to create an amazing product such as beer and cider, it's absolutely incredible.
If you could brew the ultimate beer, your dream beer, your desert island beer, what would it be?
I'm doing it every week with Off the Wood.
You're only saying that because the boss is in the room, aren't you?
I currently have a chocolate framboise in the tanks at the moment.
That would be chocolate framboise.
A strawberry and chocolate dessert beer. Very, very sweet, very, very intense. I'd say it's 3 weeks away.
3 weeks. I'm diarying it.
Cheers, Yvonne.
Fantastic. Now that was good beer. Straight off the wood.
Trinity Hill Winery is tucked into the side of Roy's Hill, smack bang in the middle of the most famous red wine region in New Zealand, the Gimblett Gravels. On the top of the hill is the best place to get a view over this special area. And I'm up here with one of the most passionate pioneers of Syrah, the irrepressible John Hancock.
You know, there's one thing you need to get used to when you're in Hawke's Bay, and it's the stones. But when you're thinking about growing grapes, it really is, these stones are they're like mother's milk, really, aren't they, John?
Yeah, they're wonderful things, aren't they? Just feel them, they're very tactile. But you know, the real thing is that they allow the moisture to drain away. They're very free draining and don't hold moisture, don't hold nutrients.
Okay.
The other thing is, of course, of the colour of them, they absorb heat during the daytime and then re-radiate it into the evening, so it extends the warm period for the grapes to ripen, and that's the real secret of the gravels for us. We can ripen varieties here that no one else can ripen in Hawke's Bay, just because of that extra heat that's generated from the stones later in the afternoons and into the evening.
Right. Oh my goodness, I get this fantastic. It's like sniffing the inside of a pepper grinder with these lovely kind of floral blossoms around the outside.
It's that violet sort of character that you get. Now, if we make Bordeaux styles from Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, the better we make them, the more they like Bordeaux. Whereas Syrah, the better we make Syrah, the more it's like the vineyard site that it comes from. So it's very reflective of where it's grown. It's what the Pinot Noir people call a transparent grape variety.
Right. So, Syrah, exactly the same grape as Shiraz.
Exactly the same.
But Syrah that you grow here in the Gimblett Gravels doesn't taste like Aussie Shiraz, does it? What are the differences?
It's all about our climate. One thing that's a little different than this and what most people are doing in Hawke's Bay and New Zealand with Syrah is we use a little bit of Viognier, the white Rhone grape variety Viognier to ferment with it. So we use about, in this particular instance, and this is the 2007 homage, there's about 9% Viognier fermented together, so a relatively high proportion. So what it does is soften it. I sort of always use the analogy, and forgive me for being sexist, but Syrah or Shiraz is a very masculine grape variety. You ferment the Viognier with it, and it turns the wine into something much more feminine, more perfumed, more cuddly, more accessible, all those sorts of feminine things.
Wow, that is a mouthful. Oh, it's chewy.
It is, but it's also silky.
Yeah.
Silky and soft. Even though it's got a lot of tannin, they're very, very fine-grained tannin.
And I heard a rumour that there was a tasting where the French thought that this homage, this Syrah, was actually from France, and they couldn't believe.
Yeah, that was a tasting in Canada.
That was tasting in Canada, but
yeah,
it was...
but the sort of French guys involved with that tasting.
Right.
Yeah, and French wines in that tasting as well.
And they all thought it was a great Rhone. Outstanding.
Yeah.
Beating them at their own game.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Hooray. Here's to the gravels.
Here's to the gravels.
Now here is the answer to that age-old question. What do Syrahs and guitars have in common? And the answer is, of course, John Hancock.
Now, John, you know, there's word on the street, you know, that winemaking is the new rock and roll. But those of us that like the old rock and roll, what would you play us?
Oh, I have to play a bit of rock and roll, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Oh. That's drinking music, John.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to just relax and enjoy the fruits of your labour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's also nice to play an homage to homage. Oh, you didn't tell me how the name came about.
Homage, yeah. Well, one of my partner's friends from London was a guy called Gerard Jabelet, and Paul Jabelet is one of the famous wine producers in Hermitage in the Rhone Valley, of course, concentrating almost entirely on Syrah. I visited there in 1981. Their top wine is a wine called La Chapelle. And the 61 La Chapelle, if you've ever had the chance to try it, it's a great wine.
I have.
It's been voted as the greatest red wine ever made.
Wow.
And anyway, La Chapelle was one wine that I did manage to collect a little bit over the years when I first came to New Zealand in 1979. I think no, give me a break. So, you know, they wouldn't put a cork in it if they didn't want you to drink it, would
fair
they?
Enough.
But anyway, I worked there for the 1996 harvest. And Gerard was running the company then. He was a fantastic guy. We spent a lot of time together. We tasted a lot of wine. We had lunch, we had dinners quite regularly. Yeah. And I actually stayed in one of their apartments. So it was quite cool. And when I was going to leave, he said, would you like me to organise some of the cuttings from some of our vines, you know, the selected clones of vines from our vineyards on the Hermitage Hill. So I thought that'd be a great idea. So we did that and then brought them back through quarantine. So we actually had 3 different clones of Syrah from their vineyards, and also a clone of Viognier, not from Hermitage, of course, because they don't grow it there, but from Côte Rôtie. From them, yeah. But the year after I was there, he died, unfortunately. He was quite young, he was in like mid-50s. So when we made the first wine from all that experimentation in 2002, we were thinking what we're going to call it, so we decided to call it Homage as a tribute to Gerard.
Your friend? How lovely. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Let's drink to Gerard.
Gerard, he's up there somewhere looking after those vineyards, I'm sure.
He's up there.
Thanks, Gerard, for the inspiration.
Exactly. Yeah. Play Misty for me.
What is Misty? I don't know.
That's just something I've always wanted to say to a musician.